Well, it's time to sweat out Game 5 for my Seattle Mariners. Let's talk some baseball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and here we go. I am already stressed out. No joke. This is a huge game for Mariner fans. It's been a rough stretch. I don't know, 3 decades, 4 decades. But anyways, we'll get into the game in just a little bit. Yesterday, 0-2 day in the MLB playoffs. We've been sizzling hot for 3 weeks, but 2 losing days in a row. 31-16 run now. I don't like losing, so let's get back on track. But we'll go over that recap in just a little bit. Quick reminder, NFL Best Bets for Week 6 with some trends and leans. That video is out now, so be sure to check it out. If you're looking for player props and anytime touchdowns, that video will be out on Friday per usual. So let's not waste any more time and get right into it. And that means it's dad joke time. So here we go. Studies show that cows produce more milk when the farmer talks to them. It's a case of in one ear and out the other. In this video, we're going to recap yesterday, and then we're going to still one game. We're going to give you the best and worst hitter matchups in this game. The best pitcher strikeout matchups, we have one game, but guess what? We got two pitcher strikeout matchups, the one game pitcher report, and then I'm going to give you one best bet, and I'm going to talk two leans as well. And then, of course, we'll finish it with the recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to help this channel continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and come join this awesome community. All right, let's get it rolling. And that means it's recap time. All right, there it is. An 0-2 day. Over 7.5 runs, Phillies and the Dodgers. I tweeted it out. We would have had it. I think it would have taken like 59, 60 innings maybe. I got to check the on pace. So, we just didn't get there. We only had 11 innings. What in the world happened? 2-1 in 11 innings. I have no words for that. That's just baseball, and it happens sometimes. But what a brutal way to go home and have your season over on a pitcher trying to hurry up and throw it home instead of first, and threw it over the catcher's head. Game over. Brutal. Speaking of brutal, Milwaukee fans are not happy right now either. How about them on the money line? They score 0 runs. Their offense goes cold 2 games in a row, and all of a sudden it goes from 2-0 to now playing a win or go home Game 5 back at home. Cubbies fans are getting excited, I'm sure. But anyways, 31-16 run, playoff record still 14-8, up 3.18 units. Just a rough day, and you know what? It happens. You're not going to win every day in baseball, that's for sure. But that's what we got for the recap. Now let's talk some hitter matchups. All right, there it is. We have 6 good hitter matchups for you today. Too many Tigers are on here, but Gleyber Torres, 4 for 9 against George Kirby. Kerry Carpenter, I don't need to say this. I don't even want to say it out loud, because last time I did, we know what happened in Game 1. I just don't want to talk about it. Colt Keith, that's right, Colt 45. 4 for 8 off George Kirby as well. Just one extra base hit. But Jake Rogers, he has a couple bombs if he plays. 3 for 7 off Kirby. Spencer Torkelson, 2 for 5. And J.P. Crawford, hey, a Mariner, 4 for 5 with just one extra base hit off of Tariq Skubal. So that's what we got for the good hitter matchups. Now let's take a look at the bad hitter matchups. Mitch Garver, 2 for 14 with 8 Ks. He better not be in the lineup. Javi Baez, 1 for 11 with 3 Ks off of George Kirby. So that's what we got for the hitter matchups. Now let's talk some Ks. All right, I was going to talk both pitchers anyways, but we actually have 2 good pitcher strikeout matchups. Tariq Skubal against the Mariners. Seattle's 16th highest K rate versus lefties last 3 weeks, 24.1%. Skubal, we know. He's an absolute stud, but in his 2 playoff starts, he has 23 Ks and 14.2 innings versus Cleveland and Seattle. Lower K rate on the road, still over 30%, so it does not really matter. A slightly higher K rate versus righties, 32.7 compared to 30.2 versus lefties. In 3 starts versus the Mariners, he has 22 strikeouts in 17.2 innings. It's actually pretty good for the opponent. And then George Kirby versus the Tigers. Detroit, as you guys know, they've been striking out a lot. 4th highest K rate versus righties, almost 30%. Kirby, 137 Ks and 126 innings. He has 7+ Ks in 4 straight starts now. Slightly higher K rate at home at 26.9 compared to 25.3 on the road. Just barely higher in against righties, 26.7 compared to 25.7. He has 14 Ks and 10 innings in his 2 starts versus the Tigers this season. So, again, with these, you never know how long their leash is going to be. It's a winner-take-all, so, not all these numbers may matter if someone's yanked early, but that's what we got for the 2 pitcher strikeout matchups. Now let's take a look at the pitcher report. All right, here it is, the one and only matchup of the day, Tariq Skubal versus George Kirby. There's all the numbers for the season. I'm not going to talk in detail about these 2 pitchers because we're going to do that on the best bet and all that. So you guys know, Skubal, high K rate, low walk rate, best pitcher or one of the best pitchers on planet Earth. 6.5 hits per 9. George Kirby's starting to pitch better, find his form a little bit. He's had a little rocky up and down with some injuries and stuff, but that's what it is for the pitcher report and all the research help. Now it is time for the best bet. All right, we head out to the Pacific Northwest where my Seattle Mariners host the Detroit Tigers. Tigers on the money line -140, Mariners on the money line +120 with a total of 5.5 runs. That is a full game total. This is the biggest baseball game in Washington State since 2001. The entire state is nervous, or maybe it's just me, and we're also very hopeful. That's not why I'm making this bet. You already know where I'm going. I know right when you hear it, you're going to say, oh, shocker. Let's just hear me out now. Give me the Mariners on the money line, +120 on Bet365 and ESPN. Bet this is a half unit play for me here. I know I'm betting on my own team. I get it. Maybe I'm going to speak it into existence. Again, you don't have to tail. It's one game. We're just having some fun here. But I really actually do like the value here on this bet as well. Let's just go over this real quick. If we take the name out of it, which is Tariq Skubal, we know how good he is. Let's just say pitcher X for this case. What if I said pitcher X's team is 1-4 in his last 5 starts? Pitcher X is 0-3 with a 4.58 ERA versus this opponent. And pitcher X also pitched in a winner-take-all Game 5 last year in the playoffs. He got shelled for 5 earned runs against Cleveland. Now, on the other side, pitcher X is a freaking stud because it's Tariq Skubal. But he's going to win his second Cy Young, so I understand that. I just want to point out the facts that +120 here, and we're talking about a guy who hasn't had success versus the Mariners, even though he did look pretty good, obviously, in Game 2. He just gave up a couple home runs. But George Kirby looked good in Game 1 of the series. I expect him to pitch another good game here because, let's face it, he's facing a really struggling offense. They went absolutely crazy for 2 innings or whatever it was off our bullpen last game. Other than that, they have, I mean, in the playoffs, in the 7 games they've played, they've had like 3 good offensive innings, and that's about it. I mean, maybe it's a little dramatic. Maybe it's 4, but either way, they have really struggled this season, missing a lot, or I mean, just swing and miss a lot, and it just hasn't been pretty. Now they're going to T-Mobile where it's hard to hit. Obviously, George Kirby, but Mariners, they have the better offense in the series. I know they're hit and miss as well. They started out slow in Game 1, came off rusty after a little break, but this offense we know has it. It's a low 5.5 total where it may just take one swing to win. It really might. I like my chances with the Mariners team in a game like this because while they have the second most home runs in the MLB, Polanco hit 2 off him last time. It could be Julio's night. It could be Eugenio Suarez who connects on one. Cal Raleigh, by the way, just hit his 61st home run last game. Power hitters up and down the lineup. And on a game like this, it literally may take one swing. And I think I know we are the better offense. Doesn't mean it's a guaranteed win or anything. So overall, I'm getting George Kirby at home at +120 with the better offense. So if you just think about it that way, I could see a 1-1 type game heading to the 6th inning. If you're heading to the 6th or 7th inning at a 1-1 tie, would you rather be holding a -140 ticket or a +120 ticket? So I really actually do like the Mariners on the money line, other than the bias aside. But please, for all the hard times growing up as a Mariner fan, please, my 12-year-old self is begging, win Game 5 for us. Give me the Mariners on the money line. That is my first and only best bet on this game. But now, let's talk a couple leans. All right, before we continue, it is time for the Kalshi trade of the day. That's right. If you guys are not a part of this website, you are missing out. The Kalshi link is below in the description. If you click that to join and sign on, you get a $20 bonus credit. This is like stocks. You can buy, sell contracts, but it's on all world events that interest you. You guys have seen it before. You can bet on politics, economics, movies, video games, sports, whatever it is. We're going to have a little Kalshi trade of the day. This is going to be a tiny little sprinkle for me, but I'm going to go to pro football here, and we're going to go to awards, and I'm going to look at the MVP winner. That's right. We got a little MVP race. Obviously, Josh Allen is the favorite right now. Patrick Mahomes second. We're going to do a little sprinkle on Baker Mayfield. My goodness, this guy, 10 touchdowns, 1 pick this year. He's been unbelievable. Last week was his coming out. I mean, if he hasn't already, he's been awesome. So, again, 11 cents per contract means you don't have to bet much to win some money. So I'm just going to throw a couple bucks here on this one. And as you can see, I can win some decent money on just a couple dollars. And maybe as it goes up, you can cash out and things like that. But we're going to hit review and submit that for Baker Mayfield as my MVP winner and Kalshi trade of the day. So that's what I got. Now, back to the video. All right, let's talk a couple leans in this game. Again, these aren't official bets. Just want to kind of talk some more about this game. But the first one, I mean, over 5.5 runs out of principle alone, right? This is just an insane number no matter who is pitching. The best way to attack it, maybe wait for a 0-0, 1-0 game after 2 or 3 innings, and that live total goes to 3.5 or 4.5, and then you take the over. I don't mind that either because, some of the runs might be coming more later in the game than earlier. But these hitters are very familiar with the bullpen arms. I could see a few runs later in the game. 2-2 tie guarantees you at least 5 runs. I mean, that's pretty close right there. That's crazy to say that you're almost there already, but more of a play on the number. One big swing gets you maybe halfway there if there's guys on base. So it's 5.5, guys. Again, do your own research and all that. Again, I haven't placed this bet, but I have not seen a 5.5 total in a long time. So second one. This is more of a fun one. I've never made a bet like this, but how about George Kirby and Tariq Skubal to combine for 15 plus strikeouts? I saw that around minus 130 or so on DraftKings. Again, maybe just a fun one to put a little money on, but the issue here is that any starting pitcher that struggles could be yanked. So if Kirby has a little bit of problems in say inning 3 or something, he's got 4 or 5 Ks, maybe they yank him pretty early because they don't have time. That is the worry here. Obviously, Tariq Skubal will have a longer leash than Kirby, but we could get this with one pitcher going off for 9 or 10 Ks, or get it from both of them doing well. In game 1, Kirby had 8 Ks. Game 2, Skubal had 9 Ks. If you combine those, it was 17 Ks. Hash brown math. So again, not much to bet in game 5. The props seem to be pretty efficient here with the under. I was looking at Kirby under 15.5 outs. That's like minus 170 now. So when you're getting game 5 this deep in the series, this deep in the year, it is hard to find props. But these are just 2 leans I wanted to talk through. And obviously, I got my one best bet. So that's what we got. Before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. There it is. Trident up, baby. Mariners on the money line. Please, oh please. Plus 120 on ESPN Bet and Bet365 for a half unit. That's all I got for you. Thank you guys for watching. As always, again, that NFL Week 6 Best Game Bets video is out now, so be sure to check it out. But hope you guys have a great Friday rooting on the Mariners, and we'll talk to you soon.